So big shouts going out to all students, past and present, inside Vine Christian School. Did you take a lot of Christianity from there? Did the school impact you, shape you, turn you inside out, make you a better person?
Yes, it definitely did. It had its positive sides and its, difficult sides. I don't
like
to say negative. I don't say negative, but like difficult.
What was
sides.
difficult in school?
Definitely, because when I was in Vine Christian School, that's when I actually started music. That's when my primary school teacher actually discovered my talent. So I was doing more of classical music. And I actually did this course, ABRSM, Associated Board of the Royal School of Music. I did up to, I think, grade 3. Yeah, and I got a distinction in that. And then it's kind of, when
you say you studied music,
yes.
which kind of study? What was involved? Was it like vocal? Was it instruments?
So it was vocals. For me, I was the only one in the school that was doing vocals. Like I started that. Yeah. And then, it kind of shifted when I wanted to do more of like, the
secular.
Exactly, the secular music, because, obviously.
What happened?
I'm a Christian school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very Christian school.
What influenced what influenced the change into? I know sometimes it's a matter of interest. Was it environment? Was it the songs you were listening to? Was it friends who said, I have this guy called Chris Brown. You should check out his music.
It was mainly the type of music that I was listening to.
Okay.
I think it was kind of, when you mention secular music, especially back then in school, everybody thinks, oh, okay, you're changing, Okay, you think you're growing, you think you're listening to this type of songs. You're easily going to be, going to associate yourself with, certain things and stuff like that.
Especially in a Christian school.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, I really had to prove a point that, it's not really a big deal, It's really not a big deal.
When you were doing the classicals, so what were you listening to? What were you, you were singing on the classicals, right?
Yes, yeah. I was doing more of like the theatrical kind of.
Yeah, Luciano Pavarotti, opera.
Yes, yeah, opera.
Wow, do you still do
that age?
Really
that age.
Wow. The vocal range has to be crazy.
Yes, it was. So
do you recall who you were listening to?
To be honest, not really, because it was a while back. But I was listening to all sorts of the classics, literally. Because my grandmother's mother was actually a Broadway singer.
Oh.
So I think my grandma used to say that's where I got it from, because nobody else in the family has anything associated to music apart from my grandma's mom. So yeah.
But when it changed for you from doing the Christian music, who were your influences?
That was another problem, because it went straight to Rihanna. Like Rihanna was like my top.
Why do you say it was another problem?
Obviously, from going to like opera or classical music and everything, and then saying that one of your influences is Rihanna.
It's a big
yeah,
jump.
it's like exactly. And but I had to like really explain to them that it's just also, she started music at a young age, and seeing from back then who she is now, how she has evolved, vocally, and now she's literally one of the richest women in the world as well. It's not only about the music, but it's just about the person that she has become along the way. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So the Rihanna influence, started creeping in. I really want a fair sense of what happened at home within that period of the transition, now ushering in a new you, and you yourself, the state of mind that you were in, where you just had to let go of something that you were growing up on, and then now transitioning into something, a whole new different space, which comes with character, lifestyle, attitude, behavior, and everything that comes with it.
Yeah, for me, luckily, I'm always saying that in the household, my parents have been very, very supportive. So when I even told them that, this is what I want to do, everybody knew that it was music from day one, what I wanted to do. But when I told them that I wanted to switch from like classical to, I wanted to explore with my own music, write my own song. Classical music, you can't do that. It's everything is by the book.
By the book, yeah.
They were really supportive. My mom was like, okay, yeah, just do it. Then she built a whole studio in our garage. She literally did everything. So I have a live rehearsal section, and then the recording section as well. And
did you have any prominent names come through, support, mentor?
Yes. I mean, I used to work a lot with Jupitar.
Okay.
Yeah, so he used to come to the studio a lot, write some of my music. He used to coach me in writing because I was always very, very shy. I was like,
Look, Jupiter's my friend, right? I have this photo of us that go way back. I think I'll probably share it. You guys will laugh at us. But I want to say something about him. Like, okay, so a dancehall artist comes into the studio
Right.
to mentor a girl that just came from a classic.
I know.
Hey, Juppy, what did you teach her?
But also, I think that Jupiter was really invested in your craft, right? Because I
100%.
remember interviewing you two in 2020, if
Oh
you
my
remember.
goodness, wow.
It was in the studio in Danceman.
Wow.
Do you remember?
You did?
It was
I don't
it
remember.
was a while back.
That's a while
It was
back,
a-
right?
It was in
In the
2020.
80s.
Yes, and he was really invested. He believed in you
Yeah.
so much, and also said that he was willing to go the ends
Yeah.
for you and with you, right? That learning process with Jupiter, that training, because that's one hands-on training that a lot of people will envy. Take us through that period.
I mean, obviously working with Jupiter was like one of the let's say milestones in like my career because we met just briefly. I was doing something for Mix Master Gazi. He was having like this live session, and then Jupiter walked in. I was like, oh, who is she? Her voice is really good. And then he was like, let's have a studio session. I'm going to come to your studio on Sunday. And most artists, they'll say it, but they don't do it.
You don't pull up, yeah.
Yes, I was very surprised when that Sunday afternoon, Mix Masagazi called and was like, yeah, we're at the gate. I'm like, huh? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And we literally had a lengthy studio session. We did 2 songs that day. And it was more of him being really patient, coaching me. He actually was one of the people that taught me it's okay to make mistakes in writing because I'm a perfectionist. I'm really hard on myself. He was like, no, music is not about being perfect. It was a really nice feeling that someone just wanted to bring the best out of you. And honestly, he's become like a father figure to me. I mean, anytime I have unreleased music, he's one of the first people that also reach out to that, oh, can you listen to this? And though like most of the time, he's very, very busy. He doesn't have both of our schedules. He doesn't really come to the studio much, but anytime I call him, he's like, oh yeah, anything you need. And I feel like that every young artist needs somebody like that in the music industry.
So, what about the fact that this is a dancehall artist? Did that in any way influence? Because I mean, he's like he's very good. That's Jupiter.
Oh my-
J, what are you showing?
Yeah, me. That wasn't me.
No,
That's Jupiter.
Bones.
You are showing your bones.
No. That's Jupiter. That's Jupiter.
That's Jupiter.
And his
In
brother.
the snapback.
Yeah,
And his brother
friend.
Mercury.
Yeah, Venus, bro. Venus. That's Jupiter. That's a long time ago. That was in Kumasi somewhere.
Hey, Charlie, bro. When you wake up morning
No,
time,
they
when they
poolside,
thank
though.
God, yeah.
No, they poolside.
Eh?
It was
It's
some
for the
event
thank God.
a long time ago.
Wow.
No.
When boys were young.
He's been a good friend. That's why I'm coming back because I know that guy is a really good artist.
Yeah,
He's a really, really good
extremely.
artist.
Yeah.
We can all attest to the fact that in recent time he hasn't dropped any, he hasn't gotten any hit that's gone that viral, but he's a really good artist.
Yeah.
Now that's what I'm coming to the fact that dancehall, did that in any way, because the style of music is dancehall, reggae dancehall, did that in any way influence you?
I mean, it did because we actually worked on one song which was for my EP, which was titled 17, and it was actually a kind of Afro dancehall vibe. And then so he wrote the first verse and I wrote the second verse, and it had that kind of flow. And that's when I also realized that in music, versatility is key. Jupiter is such a versatile artist.
Very.
And he, as I said, he was telling me that don't put yourself in a box. Explore, because you have so many artists. Like that's why I mentioned Rihanna. Rihanna can jump on a trap song, hip hop, reggae, exactly, and she kills it. And I feel like that's the kind of artist that I want to be. I want to be a versatile artist that my sound can resonate with different people around the world. Yeah.
And finding your versatility, transitioning from traditional settings of music, Rihanna being an inspiration, and finding your sound, was it difficult?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, for me, because my background, I'm half South African, half Ghanaian, and I've spent like time around the world, you know, because of my dad's work and everything. So I feel like that has impacted me a lot, especially in my music. I feel like it's easier for me to adapt to different sounds, especially growing up in England and coming to Ghana, then going to South Africa, obviously coming back here too. Then you know, so that's why I'm always like,
someone with all this background, you speak very Ghanaian. That's good.
Really? Yeah.
We are glad to have one.
You should hear my grandma. She's worse. She's Dutch, but
When she talks.
It's
No.
crazy.
Interestingly, Dutch. I don't know whether because of maybe we years back into marriage, but they speak very Ghanaian. But maybe they're
Yeah.
light skinned, everything. But when they talk, it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's like it's contradictory to the image and the how they sound. But that's good. Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. I'm glad Ghana won.
Yeah. Anyway, but I wanted to take you back to Vine, and since we're talking about influences, Vine Christian School, you mentioned in your response that you wanted to show them that, you know, it wasn't such a big deal like making secular music.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have influences from having school there, and then, you know, imbibed certain principles that were instilled in you. So how does that reflect currently in your music, and then showing everyone that I can still make the music, but it's not such a big deal, like, you know, as you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, you know, though I was like in a Christian school, I didn't, I'm being very honest, I didn't really listen to like a lot of Christian music. But you know, I always used to try and tell my teachers that if you look at, you know, the likes of, let's say, Alicia Keys, she's a very, very decent artist, very decent, from writing to branding and everything. Yeah.
So her fashion even.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the kind of artist that, you know, I can see myself being. I mean, just because you're doing secular music doesn't mean that you're changing to, like, you know, how people
You're
think.
not becoming evil.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and, you know, I mean, music speaks to so many people in so many different ways. I mean, it can lift people up and all those kind of things, and that's, you know, the kind of impact that I want my music, my writing to have to everybody that listens to my music. So I mean, they still didn't agree with it, but I was like, you know what, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I am passionate about, and it's going to work out. Yeah.
Have you had any feedback from them since you're, you know, more popular? You've made more music, more secular music than, you know, you were taught. Have you had any feedback from teachers, from your mates?
Yeah, I have. My music teacher, actually, I invited him to one of my shows, and it was such an amazing moment because he actually started crying, like, in the moment, because I had like a whole acoustic session.
You definitely come from a different era.
I had like a whole acoustic. Oh, wow. Then I'm glad I didn't come from that era. Yeah. But yeah, I had like this whole acoustic session, and he was standing there, and I could just see that he was really proud. The other teachers, I bumped into them a few times, and you can see that it's
disappointment.
Not really disappointment, but it's just like they're telling you, oh yeah, we're rooting for you, but you can just tell that, you know, you're not. You're really not.
So if not music, what would it have been then?
That's a good one. I would have done something in the PR sector. Yeah. But I don't know, when I was younger, I had an obsession with becoming a police officer. I don't know why.
Chayuta, at this point in time, Vine Christian police officer, classical opera singing into Rihanna around the world, and Ghanaian. At this point in time, you are truly a mix. For those, they say a mixed breed, right? Yeah, like if you mix up two different, you've been around the world. That's good. That's actually good. And then all these various cultures, is that in any way reflective in your music?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm always like proud of that. You know, the fact that I've experienced different cultures.
Yeah. Because
I'm always saying that I feel like that has, strengthened my ability to adapt to different sounds. You know, South Africa, I'm a piano.
Yeah.
Here, Afrobeat, UK R&B.
So based on that, let me just get tough onwards. Based on what you're saying, where do you want to be would you prefer to have your home ground? Like, be in London, be in the UK and do music to feed them, be in Ghana to feed the masses, or be South African to feed them pianos?
That's a tough one. I mean, at the moment, I'm focusing on Ghana and SA.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
because even in South Africa, Afrobeats is really flying. It's crazy. And then here too, I mean, Amapiano is also flying. And sometimes the South Africans don't even believe it when you go there and they're like, oh yeah, but you know, Amapiano is really trending in Ghana. They're like, really? They're so confused. And you know, I think it's being Ghanaian and South African. I feel like, why not just, you know, do the two at the same time?
When you hear the word home, where comes to mind?
Wow, you want people to come for me? Wow.
Southern Ghana.
I mean, for that one, I've always said Ghana because I grew up here. You know, most of my memories.
The first crash.
My mother is there.
I was going to ask whether he was involved in the transition.
The questions are too easy.
Right,
So
one day, the guy was like, he was like, listen, I know we are in primary school, but I'm telling you that if you switch to Rihanna,
can make
you can make it. No, this is interesting. Now, so let's talk about your music catalog. What did you release? What did you do? You know, just run us through.
So I started releasing my own music when I was 14. The first song, I don't even want to mention that one because I cringe so bad when it's.
Is it out? Is it out there?
It's out, yeah, and it was actually more of a trap kind of vibe.
Oh, okay.
So it was, you know, quite different from what I'm doing now. But as I said, music is all about exploring. And then obviously when Jupitar came into the picture, then I did more of Afro beats. And then I released Solo, which was produced by Mixmaster Ghazi and written by Jupitar. And then I did a few singles after that, and then I released my EP, which was 17, and I released that after my IGs, which was, and I was 18 at the time, so immediately my last paper. Then
Why 17?
Because everybody talks about, you know, when you're young, you always talk about, you know, when I'm 18 and, you know, then I'm an adult and 18 this, but like 17 is like the last, you know, childhood kind of things. I wanted to change it a bit. Like everybody's talking about 18. Why not talk about 17 as well? So
Interesting.
Okay. Now I know that you work with your mom a lot, or she's literally held your hand through your music career, right?
Yeah.
In your writing as well, beyond Jupitar, is Mama also want to check what you are putting out there, also because you started early, and then also because then for your age you need, you know, a certain type of music to be put out just to, you know, guide you?
I mean, obviously when I was younger, it was just like, I mean, that one, when I was like 14, 15, 16, I mean, there's certain things that, you know, as a mom, you just can't, you know, you can't, So, she never, like, when I was writing a song, she's never, like, behind me, like, okay, no, remove this, you know, replace, and all those kind of things. Now, obviously, being 21, you know, I write about, you know, more stuff, not like those kind of, you know, but more like, I just, as I said, you know, evolving in the industry, you talk about, you experience certain things and you write about those kind of things. And, you know, my mom, that's why I'm saying that it's honestly a blessing, because she's the chillest mom on earth, honestly speaking. It's super cool. Studio sessions, she's there. Even my grandma is there.
Love that.
So
Wow.
You said
Some of us, they'll lash their life out of you.
You're not trying.
You relook at your career.
you mentioned Rihanna.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it was young Rihanna. Bad girl face. That being your inspiration, you being young and trying to tell your story and all that, did you ever have to tone it down? Because in the back of your head, you know, like you're writing the song, the things that come to your head is only in your head. What you choose, what you filter is what comes out on the paper. You ever like getting into it and you're like, oh, I can't write that, mom.
No, surprisingly, I haven't gotten that. I think that's also just like because of my personality, like how I am as a person. Like a lot of people used to say, oh, you're so reserved, I've gotten it where people are like, you're boring, and I'm like, thanks, right. But it's just like I have that's me, like naturally. I'm just like a kind of like reserved. I'm not a shy person per se, but I'm just
your side.
You don't try to
basically.
portray a certain image in your music.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you know, I I mean, there are things. If you look or you listen to my songs and you look at like the content in my songs, I think then you see the kind of, let's say, image or brand that I'm trying to portray. Exactly. Yeah.
I feel you. You've got new music with Olive.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, so it's titled My Soul. Produced by Vampire, obviously featuring Olive the Boy.
You've done well to connect with all these, influencers. I mean, in the space. Wow, that's I love the aggression.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
because people be trying to reach Vampire, and I know he's a hard man to get.
Yeah,
Hot cake.
When I think we had this session, first of all, it was an amazing session. We recorded everything together. Olive worked on his verse, I worked on my verse, but then he was actually, coaching me, okay, let's do it like this. And that's why I love sessions where it's like the artists are together, because you feed off of each other's energy. Yeah. And I feel like it's just an amazing thing, because we're I think he's not that much older than me, so it's like the two young ones coming together to do a song. I feel like it's an amazing thing, and more of the younger ones should come together, because at the end of the day, we're the future of tomorrow. And music,
what are you trying to tell us?
that's
Say it with your full chest.
What are you? What is he trying to tell us? That?
It's okay.
We are tomorrow. We are tomorrow already. Anyway, listen, viewers, listeners, let's give you just a sneak peek, not a visualizer, just an IG reel. Let's just say that of what My Soul sounds like. Check it out. Someone who inspired you in music, you looked up to. I'll say yes. I don't know. I kind of feel more J-Lo in terms of how she sounds.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds
And it's
like
particularly on this song.
On this song.
Yeah, that sounds also like a Afro piano mix, because you can hear the log drums.
Right.
And then
and
still
the-
the Afro.
Yeah,
like the
that's
tempo
all
and
Vampire.
everything,
Shout out to
and
Vampire.
then-
Yeah, he's dope like that.
South America.
amazing.
Well done. So this is
you.
brand new music.
Yes.
It's out now.
Yes, it is.
We may be enjoying this one on IG, but are videos coming in?
Yes. We shot a few videos. We did a lot of content, so
Okay.
I'm putting a lot of that out there very soon. And I'm just saying that everybody should just help push the song, because it's amazing as an artist to see when like people are also abusing the sound on your behalf. Like it proves that you're doing something right as an artist, and it makes you want to work
The only
harder.
time abuse is a good word.
Yes, the only time.
Can we get like a snippet of the song from what we just watched?
When you say, can we
Okay.
get like us in
Sing a song.
your trying to sing
Vocal,
it?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
The-
just
the
want to
melody,
hear.
the-
Want to hear you out.
Okay.
What you were doing there?
Okay. Baby, make we take 'em slow. Maybe put 'em on the low. Say I did catch your vibe. Baby, don't go switching sides, 'cause you're my soul, yeah.
Could you give me a freestyle? Go 3, 2, 1. Could you go?
Freestyle.
And you've been given a freestyle.
I tried.
Solid. I like the progression and the songwriting, and you and Olive, good combination.
Yeah,
The
really great.
combination.
Complimented.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I would like to just touch on the collaboration bit, right? You mentioned that you and Olive are close in age, and it was good to make some music.
Right.
Collaborations are always a good thing, right? A good idea.
Yes.
Do you have any other artists top of mind that you'd like to collaborate with later on, especially also being Ghanaian, South African? Tyler immediately also comes to mind. If you've also tried to reach out to them to make music, which will also now fully introduce you to her audiences as well.
Yes, I mean, obviously you mentioned one of the names, Tyler. I would really like to work with her. It's crazy because when I'm back in South Africa, when I'm walking through the mall, and people are like, oh, "Is that Tyler? Is that Tyler?" I'm like, "No, it's just me." I did almost meet her when she was in Ghana the other time, but I was in class, so I couldn't.
Oh.
That kind of. But I do know one or two people from her team, so I'm sure definitely something will happen. I mean,
It should happen.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
And also, females, coming together. She too, I think we're not different in age and everything. It will be a very strong collaboration. So definitely I'm working towards that.
Looking forward to this. Chayuta, has been good spending time with you this morning. But wishing you all the best. We're here to support. So once you have any more content, visuals, let us know. We'll definitely put it out there. We're leaving our viewers and our listeners with you with one of your songs, Solo. When did you drop that?
Solo, wow. I was 16 when I dropped that song.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was written by Jupitar. Yes.
Wow.
Produced by Mix Master Gazi.
You started this off very early.
Yes.
I like that. At
That is
16,
how we like
at
it in the
16.
town.
Oh yeah, very, very much in the town.
Cyril, were you
Yeah.
rapping?
Yeah.
You're rapping?
I've been rapping
Okay.
for a very long time.
Okay, all right. Could you were you rapping at that
76.
time?
Yeah, I was rapping at 15.
Lenny, you didn't rap, no.
I've been talking since I came out of my mother's
was
womb.
eating.
And eating.
I like that. You asked a question, and then I was going to tease you with it. That how her mom was. Did her mom, be part of your
Her process.
Yeah, her process. And I was saying that the way she's an extortionist, I'm very certain that if we check how much her mom taught her how to take money from anybody who dares.
I learned it myself.
You learned it by yourself.
Street ways.
Anyway, well, so talking about learning things by yourself, that's Solo right there. So we're dropping this one. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning on the show.